QVC.
Thank you so
How
much.
are you?
I'm doing really well.
Gosh, it's great to see you. It's about time we had John over here.
Yes, absolutely. This is really great.
So your new album, you wrote all the songs yourself. We're going to talk about all of them.
Yes.
Okay, is that okay? Because I want to hear
Absolutely.
all the
Let's do it.
inspiration on everything. But how have you been other than working hard and...
I've been really good. I'm very happy, and my marriage is great. And oh, thank you. There you go. Marriage is great. Happy, very, very happy. Everything's really, really good. So.
Oh, that's great. And we're going to talk about Dean, too. I'm going to talk about everything, all the good things in your life, because there's so many. It's so refreshing to have this young lady on when you hear about so many other girls your age. They're having so many problems, and it seems like you've got your head together, and that's such a breath of fresh air.
My mom and dad raised me right.
Yeah, they sure did. All right, so you're 25 right now, and just had birthday earlier this month.
Yes, I just turned 25.
Happy birthday,
Thank
and
you.
Almost married 6 years.
Yes.
Awesome.
I know.
That's
Time
great.
flies.
Now bear with me, because I just want to run down a little timeline of you, because you've done such amazing things, and I know this is like ho-hum, you've heard it a lot, but I just want to remind everybody about you. First of all, at 18 months, you could sing on pitch.
Yeah.
And this is when most kids are just starting to walk, and you're walking around the house singing just right on pitch. That's amazing.
My dad has tapes of me singing when I was about 18 months old, and you couldn't understand a word I was saying when I was speaking, but when I was singing, it was fully, understandable. So
a true talent.
It was my gift.
Wow. Dance lessons at 2. You won your first song and dance competition at 5.
Correct.
And cut your first album at 7 years old.
I was 7, yeah, my first time in the studio.
Oh, okay, I'm going to keep going here. You won Junior Vocalist on Star Search at 8, so you're really like our first Junior American Idol.
I guess so. Something like that.
Something like that. And then you had your first independent label album at 11. I'm going to keep going. Major label recording debut at 13 with Blue, which was huge.
Yeah, it's amazing to me. I still can't believe still all the success that I've had.
8 million copies.
8 million copies of that record. I was so young. I mean, I'm looking back now, at that time, I just figured, this is what I've been working up to all my life. Yeah. But now looking back at 25, I was such a baby.
Well, you're an 8th grader. I mean, most girls at age 13. This was a hit with both country music and pop fans. It was huge. And not only that, you won 2 Grammys for this. Best New Artist, youngest ever.
Yes,
to win Best New Artist Grammy.
Ever.
First country artist ever of any age.
It really was a shock, to be honest.
And you're 13 years old. Now, going on from that, the mega hit "How Do I Live" came out, which really crossed over everywhere. Everybody played that. 200 weeks on the country charts, almost 70 weeks on the Billboard chart. I think that's a record-breaking number of weeks.
It's the longest running single ever on the Billboard chart.
And again, that holds the record. The same year, you won 6 Billboard awards, amazing, including Artist of the Year. Now remember, this girl's still just 14. We're talking about right now. And then you had an album called "You Light Up My Life," inspirational songs. Debuted simultaneously on 3 Billboard charts. That's the first time that ever happened. So having said all that, and then somewhere in 2000 you met Dean and fell in love and got married.
Yes, we got married in 2002.
And then, so up to, and a lot of stuff in between. Now you have a brand new album out called Family.
I do.
So let's talk about that. It probably was interesting, a little different to write everything yourself.
It was so liberating. At this point in my life, at 25, I just felt like there was no other place I could write or make a record from than an incredibly honest, vulnerable place. Yeah. And I co-wrote every single song on this record. This whole album, my husband actually co-wrote 6 songs with me.
Wow.
And then 3 of my very best friends. So between 5 people, this whole album was written, and I'm so proud of it.
I think it's amazing. Now, I think that when you write all the songs yourself, obviously you're drawing from a lot of your own experience. Yes. So is this mostly all about you, or is it about other people in your life? Or
I think, like I said, this is coming from a really honest place within me. So yes, it is a lot about me, but there's also a lot of other experiences from friends and family that I'm drawing from. I mean, family is such a multifaceted word for me. When you grow up with the world as your family, and my real family, we've gone through some very public ups and downs, and then also my extended family as my friends. So it's all about, really, I wanted to make a record from front to back, a thematic record in a way about all of these really honest relationships.
Well, after selling over 37 million records, obviously you've connected with your fans, and this is really going to help us get to know you even better than we ever have.
I think people feel like they know me because they've grown up with me and I've grown up with them, but they only know like the celebrity of what they read. But but I think this is really a great way to get to know me as a human being, as the 25-year-old woman, and not the celebrity that you read about.
Exactly. Well, tell us about Nothing Better to Do. That's the first single, and that's the one you just sang for us.
It is. I lived in Mississippi till I was 6 years old, and then moved to Texas, and I lived in this tiny town called Pelahatchie, Mississippi. Yeah. And I literally grew up across the street from a shop that sold baked chips, beer, and ammunition. So my husband and Daryl Brown, who's a very good friend of mine, and we wrote this song as kind of my alter ego. What would have happened to that girl if she would have never left Pelahatchie, Mississippi? And I have this mischievous side of me,
Yeah.
so I can cause a little bit of trouble. So what would have happened to me if I would never have left?
I gotcha.
Yeah.
Well, it sure is a rocking song.
Thank you. It was really fun to write, and I love to perform it. I really do.
Yeah, it's a great song. And so that one, we're going to start here on the radio later this month. The single's going to be
The
released.
single's out.
Single's
Single's
out?
out,
Good.
yes,
So we'll listen for
absolutely.
that one. The album's coming out a little bit later next
Yes.
month. So again, just a reminder that you can get it here on QVC with that bonus disc.
Absolutely.
So you get 19 songs, including Blue. Now, Blue was your first big hit, and that was a song originally written for Patsy Cline, and she died before she could record it.
Correct.
And she's always been an idol of yours, I read. So how did that feel when you were 13 to be singing that?
You know, it is amazing. It really is, because I listened to her growing up. She was one of the very first people I ever listened to, and her control and her feeling. I mean, it was just, she's got such a great voice.
Yeah.
And, Bill Mack, who is this great radio disc jockey, legendary
Dallas.
in the States, and yes, and he wrote the song for her and kept it after she died in the plane crash for over 30 years.
Wow.
And he heard me sing one day, and he said, "This might work for you," and it just
sure
might.
did. It sure did.
Yeah, it really did.
Well, we're going to, again, hear that one only on the bonus disc. If you pick it up from QVC, you'll hear LeAnn's Blue, which, of course, won you your first couple of Grammys and
Yes.
Best New Artist and all that good stuff when you were just 13.
Yes, absolutely.
You ready to sing it for us?
Yeah, why not?
All right, let's hear
do it.
Blue,
Okay.
ladies and gentlemen, as she's making her way over to center stage. Once again, reminder, this is a great place to get her brand new CD, Family. Here's Blue.
Oh, so lonesome for him. Why can't you be blue over me? Oh, so lonesome for him. Tears fill my eyes till I can't see. 3 o'clock in the morning, oh, here am I, sitting here so lonely, so lonesome I could cry. Oh, so lonesome for you. Why can't you be blue over me? Now that it's over, oh, I realized those sweet words you whispered, they're nothing but lies. Oh, so lonesome for him. Why can't you be blue over me? Why can't you be blue over me?
Blue, the song that got LeAnn Rimes to her first 2 Grammys, and over 2,200 of her new CD, Family, have already been ordered. So this is time to take a little break. So this is your time to run to the phones and order your exclusive edition of the dual disc Family from QVC. We'll be right back with more from LeAnn Rimes, but let's take a look at what else is coming up on QVC. Thank you, Sharon. All right, we are here live in Rising Sun. We're here at the Grand Victoria Casino Resort, which is right across I was going to say the street, but it's across the Ohio River from Cincinnati here in southeastern Indiana. And we're live with LeAnn Rimes. She's got a brand new CD coming out called Family. This is the first one where she's written all the songs herself, which is really exciting. And if you order it from QVC for under $20, you also get that 5-song bonus disc, which includes Blue, which you just heard, How Do I Live, another huge song from LeAnn, and this is a collectible because you can only get that dual disc version here on QVC. LeAnn, welcome again. You sound fabulous. Your voice just keeps getting better and better.
Thank you very much.
You know, you spent so much of your youth as a performer, and I know you get real tired of this question, but I just want to ask you anyway because it's the first time you've been here.
Yes.
Do you feel like, let me just ask you, what was real good about that and maybe not so good? What did you miss out on as a young girl?
Well, I mean, this is, when you start at such a young age like I did, I mean, you really, this is the norm. This is my normal life. So I really have known nothing different.
Yeah.
You know, yeah, did I miss out on the normal, like, prom thing, which everyone's always told me it was a horrible experience anyway, so I don't think I really missed out on much.
Usually you look back at the dress and think, how could I wear that?
Right, but I do that with my Grammy pictures. I'm like, what was I thinking? Yeah, the last 13 years of my life have been captured, every moment. So yeah, it's been tough growing up in the public eye, and I feel like you're in a fishbowl sometimes, but I really like who I am now, and even with all of the tough times, I think it's made me who I am. It's made me a really strong woman, so I don't think I would trade any of it.
Yeah, and we mentioned earlier, and if you tuned in late, we'll repeat, your parents really did raise you right, because you don't see crazy things about you in the tabloids or in any newspapers or anything. You just see accolades and what a great kid you are, and not even so much a kid anymore, but you're doing so well.
Thanks.
Do you, and along those lines, do you have any advice for maybe young performers that are starting out today on how to kind of keep it on track like you have?
Yeah, wear clothes, wear underwear.
Okay.
That would be a good one. I'm
Good
just
way to
kidding.
start. I
No.
agree.